And it is Braxen's very first day of college. I'm proud of you, B.
We'll see. I got a channel I enter Braxen. Do you like my spectacles?
It is storming so bad right now. Good morning, everybody. So it is our first day back to college in the house for the fall, and it is Braxen's very first day of college at all. So he is a freshman this year. He's going to be studying business, so that's what he's going for, just like Matt. So they are actually getting the same exact degree. Anyway, we are diving in this morning, and I thought I'd bring you along for how the day goes. Skylur's home. He came home last night, and I think he's going to spend the night again tonight before he has to go back to work tomorrow. But I thought I'd bring you along as we deep dive. We're going to be deep diving into our unit study. We are studying all of the big cats this year. So there's 41 different species of big cats. And right now we're deep diving into lions. And we're reading a book called, and I'll try to link it above. We are reading a book called The Last Lions of Africa. And so we're deep diving into like what lion conservation entails and things like that, like what the effect overall is. And then we're reading some smaller books that we're picking up from our library that are more of like children's books that are jam-packed with a lot of information in a small story. So yesterday, and kind of how we do our unit studies is when we're reading a book, we will further study whatever it was. Like yesterday, we were reading about the ibis bird. And so we looked up what that was because the kids weren't familiar with it. And we learned that they had migrated from Africa up to Germany, and watched a video from the Wall Street Journal about the trouble that they caused in their migration and like how people are handling that migration. So that's kind of how we do things. We've learned a little bit about the Maasai tribe because we had touched on that in the book. So we've watched some videos on like who the Maasai are, what their tribe's about, what they eat, things like that, how they dress. So that's what we do when we do a unit study. It's a bit of like a child-led learning on that. And then we have our regular homeschool program that we work from. We actually do something called a CELIS or Power Homeschool, and that gives the kids all of their math and stuff like that. It shows me like they get their grades and transcripts and things like that from there. So, but we also do like a big dive into something that we select for the year. And so this year it was Aspen had wanted to study bobcats, but I realized that the information wouldn't be like a year-long study. So instead, we decided to study not only bobcats, but all of the different species of big cat and really dive into that. So right now, like I said, we're diving into the lions. So, okay, let's get on with this day and get some school done. Good morning, Skylur. I told them you were home visiting.
In the corner of the crowded room, your eyes meet mine.
Good morning, everybody. So, I am trying to get things put in place this morning and charging, all that good stuff. Anyway, I am working on school early this morning. I normally start my school a little bit later in the afternoon after I've done homeschool and stuff with the kids. But this morning, I cannot do that because I have to run some errands for our homeschool group. We are having, oh, that's my literature class. We are having back to school bash tomorrow. So I need to pick up some decorations. I made the cutest banner, which I will show you guys tomorrow or maybe tonight when I'm finished. Anyway, right now I am going to get started on some of my classes for the day. I want to have everything for sure except for my math done. If I can get my math done, that would be great too. So anyway, good morning. And yeah, I just thought I'd bring you along on this day of trying to get ready for this event that we have going on, and then just kind of show you what a substandard day would look like compared to what my normal routine is and how I adjust to that. And then maybe I will share coming up here what my daily routine has been and what seems to be working well this school semester and this new school year. So the kids have been in school. I shared their first day of school with you, and we are... today's actually our 20th day of school, so we are heading into a month, our first full month of this school year. So we started back on August 1st, but yeah, that's 20 days, but we're actually coming to the end of our first full month of school. So yeah. So that's where I keep saying, so that's where we are. I think I'm going to get started probably with my I have public speaking this semester, multicultural literature, and math for liberal arts. So that is what I'm taking this semester. I have 3 classes. So, and I do 3/4 time, which is plenty with homeschooling the kids and then all of our other things that we need to do. I have a really bright light on, so you can probably see like how bright it is in here right now, but I use that. I use a ring light when I'm doing school because it just gives me extra light in here that I need for studying. Okay, I'm going to get into the beginning of this school day for me, and then I'll wake up the kids here in a little while and get them started on their school. We usually start school by about 9:30, so I'd like to have the majority of my literature and my public speaking class done, because then if I just have math this evening, it's not as big of a deal. And I'd like to have my math video watched, and then I can just focus on the homework later tonight. So that's where I want to be before we take off this morning and head out to do all the errands that need done for the day.
You know that I lie when I say that I'm fine, 'cause you know me like that. You know me better than anyone I know.
Hey Siri, set a timer for 30 minutes.
30 minutes counting down.
You know me better than anyone I know. Darling, we have it. That's how I know this is forever. All the years, every single tear, all the regrets and promises. All the cups, breakups, bumps in the road, we burn until we break. We keep crashing down, but baby we got up. Yeah, look at us now. After all these years, yours and mine, it's you and I. It's you and I. You won't say it out loud, but I can tell you're not fine, 'cause I know you like that. I know.
Okay, so it's not even 8 o'clock in the morning. Look, you can tell I haven't done any of my chores. My bed's unmade. Anyway, it's not even 8 o'clock in the morning, and I've already finished one of my classes work for the day. So my literature, or my public speaking class is done. That was actually a really short chapter, so that was kind of refreshing this morning. I have an assignment for my literature class, so I think I'm going to tackle that next. But I'm going to go wake up the birds. I can hear them chirping, so they're already awake. I wanted to show you something, though. Look what I picked up for my desk area. It is so nice, and I am greatly appreciating having found these in the back to school section this year at Walmart. I think I picked up the last two that they had in our area, but I really, really like them. Check this out. Isn't this neat? I have all my pens, highlighters, staples. These are like extra. These are my writing pens, so like I'll write checks or things like that out with them. Pencils, extra erasers. I use these little bookmark things. I get these at Dollar Tree, and I use them all the time to mark my books and places. I have my thinking putty here, some Post-it notes. I usually keep that up there. That's for when I watch videos and stuff. I made some for the kids, or the kids and I made some last year. And I made myself one. And then I keep like different things like earplugs and headphones, some stick glue, erasers, pencil sharpener in that one. And then I have my TI 30, I think it is, calculator. That's where all my school books go. Our homeschool planning stuff is here. Got a dictionary, a thesaurus, some things for our church up there. My stapler's in the wrong spot, but I've been using it a lot. And then I have my printer. I love this printer. I have everything set up here. Right now, this is not where this stuff goes, but I just kind of moved it out of the way this afternoon, or this morning. This is actually where my stapler goes. I have my Apple up there, but see, then I have my wet erase markers, and then my different sizes of dry erase markers. The big ones here, small ones here, permanent markers. And these are like chalkboard chalk writers, and I actually used these for our back to school party. I found these when I was first when I was doing Tearlyn's graduation party decorations, and I used them for Braxen's, and now I'm using them for our homeschool group. I have a stamper up here that's like a changeable stamper for the date. My stapler, dry erase eraser, and then I've got like rolls of tape, stuff that goes in there. And then some different, I think I shared this on one of our videos. One time we did a thing with this company, this PhotoFast, and I still use this to this day, you guys. I love it. This video is not sponsored by them. I just happen to really like it. And then just some extra things for like my tape dispenser, wrapping paper, cutter, and then I have all of my just at a glance things up here, some extra paper, printer paper, box of it, some of my old books from college from the last few semesters, my new books over here. My slippers are hiding out. Look, I even have my book hiding up there among Phil and the derps and the little ducks that Aspen made me. Ireland made me this collection of derps. My sunlight lamp. And this is where I charge my watch. So now you've seen my office. I've got my crucifix up there, although it's not it's a cross with the Holy Family on it. And look, I even put one of Tearlyn's mushkins up on my candle holder. So that is where I do my school. I've got my tape dispenser and my hole punch up here. And then usually the top of this is cleared off, but I was working with my iPad. I've been doing my editing on my iPad. I did have not an iMac, but the laptop, and my screen broke. So I am currently working off of the iPad. But this is where I do my writing, editing, school, homeschool planning. It all happens right here in my bedroom office. So, okay, so I wasn't planning on giving you a little tour, but I thought maybe I would this morning. Anyway, I'm gonna go wake up kids. I can hear Alexa going off, or wake up birds and start waking up kids as well. And then I'm gonna hit my next class. Alexa, stop. Good morning. Good morning, babies. Good morning. Good morning. to you. Good morning, Mr. Monk. Good morning. What are you doing? Hi, good morning. Good morning. Why are you at the bottom of your cage? Good morning, hi. Guyana and Brazil have been fed and given treats. Mr. Monk has been fed this morning. Parakeets were fed last night, so they don't need fed now. So all of them are awake, and I forgot to wake up 2 kids. This is what happens when I'm not in my normal morning routine. Aspen is up and eating. Tearlyn's already started on her laundry for the day. Braxen's not going to get up quite yet because he has to work a little bit later tonight. So I am going to go get up Ireland and Zane because it's about 8:20. So sometimes they wake up about 8 o'clock, but it just depends on the day. Ireland worked last night and had karate, so she usually likes to sleep a little bit longer. But I know she's not going to want to sleep much more because she's going to want to get her school out of the way. So I'm going to go get them up, get them started on school, and then I'll get back to my own school. Okay. Kids are awake. We'll see. I might have to go out and try to wake them up again. It happens a lot. So anyway, I'm going to work on my next class. I've got a literature assignment. I actually have a couple of literature assignments due. I think by Friday. Is that tomorrow or are they due tomorrow? I don't know what the day they're due by. I think tomorrow. He likes to assign them and then have them due by that Friday, and then you try to talk to each other by the following Sunday. That's kind of his guideline. So I want to get mine done by Friday so I can comment back to people by Saturday, and then I can take Sunday off of school. So that's my goal this semester, is to do 6 days of school and then have 1 day where I'm not doing school. And that tends to work pretty well for me. The last year I was doing every day. I was doing some school for the most part, and I would only take like 3 days in a month off, if that. But this semester I am shooting for being able to have Sunday be the exception to the rule. I guess that's pretty much similar to what I was doing though, because 4 or 5 Sundays in a month, it's about the same. But I really want to try to keep Sundays where I don't have any schoolwork that I have to do, unless it's just an absolute deadline or something. I'm hoping to have everything to where that's not the case. So I've been kind of plotting out my assignments. Anyway, yesterday I was studying, for my literature class, I was studying poetry by like 4 different poets. And so today I have to analyze those. And I think I'm supposed to, the assignment today is to like talk about what my favorites are and things like that. Okay, I finally got dressed for the day. Break time. Matt and I are going to go run a quick errand, and I think we're going to grab some breakfast together. And then I'm going to come back and hit the books again. I'm still working on my literature assignment. This was supposed to be a discussion post, and we're supposed to be analyzing poetry. And so I'm analyzing what my favorites are, and you had to have 3 favorite poems. I've been working on this one, and I'm already like a list of all the reasons this one was my favorite, but we have to give examples and stuff. So I thought this would be a bit quicker, but I think this assignment's actually going to take me a little bit longer than I expected, and we're 1 day shorter on this particular week than originally we would be. Like, I would have had an extra day to work on these assignments. So, but that's all right. I can do it. I can get it done. So I'm back. Actually, I've been back for a little bit, and I got caught up in what I was doing. So I almost have the first 1/3 of the assignment I need to get done. So I've been analyzing the poem So Easy by Emily Mon Slate, I think is her name. Anyway, and I'm actually going to be analyzing all 3 of the poems that he had us read by her, because she was the one that just resonated with me the most of all the poems, or of all the poets that he presented to us. Anyway, so I have almost my first bit done here, the first third done here, and then I have 2 more poems to analyze of my favorites. I don't think I'll go quite as in depth with the other 2 as I did with this one. This one was my absolute favorite of all of her poems that I read. So yeah, that's what's going on right now. I think this afternoon we have to do some running, like I said, to get some things, some last minute things done for the homeschool group. Oh, I need to run downstairs. I have hot dogs that I need to get set out for tomorrow. I need to put them in the refrigerator to defrost. So I'm going to get that done shortly. The kids are just finishing up their morning chores. So what I try to do, I'll kind of bring you along for this when I do the kids are, try that again. I can't think. My brain is in poetry right now. But when I do a morning routine with you, I will show you a little bit more how that works in the house and what I do. But I generally just kind of look around at what I need done in the morning and pick a couple of tasks that I know the kids can knock out really quickly, but are needed help in the house. And that's kind of what we do. And so they get their stuff done. Depending on the task that I have them do, sometimes I'll have them do it right before they start school or right after they finish school so they can just get it done and be done for the day and then go on with whatever it is that they need to do. Kind of like I do with my own. I generally do my own household chores in the morning before I start everything, but today is a little bit different because I have to run some errands. So I need to make sure I get my school in, and if housework has to wait till tomorrow, then it just has to wait till tomorrow because I do have to go and run errands today. So normally I would save this kind of stuff maybe for the weekend or something like that, but today is just the final day that this stuff can be done. So yeah, that's where we're at. I know this is kind of a talky video today, but I thought I would just kind of bring you along on this day and show you what it's like when our schedule isn't our normal routine, I guess I should say, or our normal weekday routine, because our weekends are a little bit different. So I will try to remember to share all 3 of those aspects with you. So this today, and then kind of how our school week goes when it's running as it should, and then on its regular routine, and then of course our weekend routine, which I'm just getting into place, so I'll probably wait a little bit. I already have it kind of set out, like how I want that to look, but I'll probably do a couple of weeks where I really get it down pat before I share that with you, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Maybe I'll just bring you along next weekend when I do it and it's fresh and new, but our weekday routine has been working very well to help keep everything in place where we want it. And of course, I've set it up where there's room for flexibility. So that's always really important, is to be able to have that flexibility. Normally I use an app called Time Block that helps me kind of look at my day. But today I know I'm not time blocking because I don't know exactly how those chunks of time are going to fall. I'm just prioritizing tasks that I know need done. So anyway, I'm gonna get back to those and try to get this class knocked out before I run those errands, because then tonight I can just focus on my math class later. So I'm gonna get this done, or at least a good chunk of this done, and then we'll head out. Okay, so I had to take a break and go help Aspen with his school. So that's one of the things when I'm doing school. Normally I would wait to start my school during the day until after I've done all their like specialty one-on-ones. Math, language, arts, science are usually the ones that if they're going to need my help, that's where it's at. Zane has joined me. Say hi, Zane. He is currently in the middle of starting his school day. So anyway, I'm going to get back to this assignment now that I helped Aspen. He had a writing assignment and needed some help with editing. And so that's one thing that we're working through with him in school right now, is trying to hone his writing skills, and like he's learning to become a better editor of his own work, and that's always hard, like knowing where you got to put your punctuation, how to take repetition out of writing. So that's kind of some of the stuff that he's learning and working on right now, is learning those editing skills, which are always super tough to learn. Okay, I am going to finish writing my first draft of this paper. Hello.
Hello.
So, college man.
College man.
You started
Working on school.
college, huh? Are you working on it now?
I'm working on it now.
So, do you want to tell everybody what you're going to school for? What's your degree?
At the moment, I am going as a major in business administration. I'm doing it online. It's interesting so far. It's different.
It's exciting though, huh?
Yes.
So-
As you can see, I got up early. I'm a little tired, but I'm still working on it.
You got up early and did some work for mom.
Yeah.
And he's doing school, and you still have to work tonight too, huh?
Yep, a 8-hour shift, and then I'll come home and I will go to sleep and get up and do more school, and then do it again.
So, are you finding college enjoyable so far?
So far, yes.
I thought you might.
Yes. I mostly am like my first week stuff, where it's not a bunch of work yet, but I can see what I'm going.
So, what classes did you opt for this semester?
I picked. Let me look. I can't remember the names whenever somebody asks me. I picked. For the load. Intro to Business, Principles of Macroeconomics, and what's the other one? College Experience as my first semester classes.
So, I'll check back in with you, but so far, which one have you found the most enjoyable?
College Experience had a crossword and apparently has things that you have to look for throughout each module that unlock prizes at the end of them. So I think that's the most.
So, kind of like a game,
enjoyable.
a video game?
Yeah, you gotta search for them, and then she gives you like a hidden secret code you enter at the end of it that you're supposed to look out for to make sure you're paying attention.
I am excited for you. I can't wait to see after the first couple of weeks where
I'm
you're
thinking.
at. Yeah, and like what you're thinking, if you're enjoying the degree or if you're considering something else.
Yes, it'll be interesting.
Yeah. All right, I'm proud of you, B.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Goodbye.
So very cool. I had a feeling, I could almost call it, because I've taken the college experience class. I had a feeling that was going to be his favorite so far of the semester. It's a great class. When I first had to take it, I was like, and I had to take it my first semester like he is. Of course, I had a different teacher, and my format was a little bit different than what he's doing, because he's doing like a CBE format, which is a little bit, it's online, but it's a different pacing. So he just has to have everything done by the end of the semester, whereas I have specific deadlines that I have to do with mine. So him and Matt are both doing theirs that way, but Braxen actually said they give like suggested deadlines, and Braxen is following that suggested deadline format on his, so to make it easier for himself. So I was really proud to see him up this morning and working on his school without a nudge. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, but I had a feeling that would be the class that he enjoyed the most, because it's got a lot of really great information, and I'm excited to see if they have him do where he looks up the different careers and stuff, because that was probably one of my favorite parts of the class, besides like the diversity aspects of it, was getting to look up a different career and stuff, and that's how I got interested in archival work. So anyway, I'm going to finish. I'm 2/3 of the way through this assignment, and so I'm going to knock out the next part. I just finished dissecting the second poem, and I'm now getting ready to go on to one of her poems called Landscape with an iPhone. So if you have not read any of her stuff, I read 3. I read So Easy, Landscape with Ex-Husband Lingering, and Landscape with iPhone. And I actually just printed mine off online, and her name is Emily Moan Slate is her name. And my favorite was So Easy. I thought it just had such an impactful message and really showed like the struggle that motherhood, especially for a new mother, can be with a young baby. So if you're looking for a new poet and you like poetry, or even if you're just not very familiar with poetry, she'd be a good one to look up. It's very modern poetry and very impactful writing. So, and this is how I kind of dissected hers, as I put notes in the captions as I was writing my thoughts down and stuff. So, okay, I'm going to get into landscape with an iPhone and start dissecting this one, and then get ready to turn in this assignment today. Braxen said he's pretty much done with his school for the week, I think, but he said he's going to continue to move forward. I think he said he has just a little bit left to do, if I remember correctly. Anyway, I just finished dissecting all of the poems. I've got the pre-writing done, so I've actually opened up my Word document, and I'm starting to work on writing the assignment now, so from the rough draft. So yeah, that is what I'm working on right now. And then all I have left for the day is math. So I have 2 more assignments like this tomorrow that I need to get done. Tomorrow should be kind of a crazy busy day between our homeschool group activity that we have. We have a cookout that we're doing, and that's like a 3-hour event. And then we have, I have some school to get done tomorrow night. So we'll kind of see. And I have to do pre-decorating in the morning for this thing. So hopefully I have everything mapped out time-wise that I need to get done. But I think I'll be all right. I just might be doing a little bit later of a day tomorrow and tonight as well. And then back on track for Saturday. And then Sunday I'm just going to take a break. So, okay. I'm going to get back to typing, and then we're going to head out and run some errands for the homeschool group. All right, we are headed to do our, oh, that's loud, huh? We're headed to do our, it is that hot. You could melt today. Not as hot as it was the last couple of days, though. It's better, a little bit better. It's still pretty humid, though, huh? He's so weird.
And up here, I got a channel I entered. Braxen, do you like my spectacles?
Anyway, we are headed out to do homeschool shopping and finish up our school days, huh? The kids are done. We are not.
If you haven't seen that video, she'll put a link there.
Yes, I will. Braxen and his spectacles. Anyway, we are off to get that done, and then ooh, it's going to be a cramming night, I think, between getting stuff done for the homeschool group and school done.
And sleeping.
And what? Sleeping? Okay,
So
I'm about done with
them.
them.
Tonight? Nope. We're good. And that's till Friday, and then Saturday morning. Gotta be up by 10.
To watch wrestling?
Yep.
Because it's in Berlin.
Smash in Berlin.
All right. Okay, so we are back home. I'm gonna go ahead and make the gifts for the kids. Right now we've had some last minute RSVPs, but that's okay because I planned for several extra kids to come just in case. But I wanna show you what I'm making for the kids right now. Check these out. Aren't these cute? And they were really easy to make. I just grabbed a 24 pack of pencils, some notebooks. They had 3 packs of these at the Dollar Tree. And then I went to Walmart and got some red ribbon, a big spool of it, and I'm just tying them on, and it's just a quick, easy little gift for the kids. Okay, I finished my assignment. I noticed a couple of mistakes after I submitted it. It was the formatting in which I did it in, and the formatting seemed to revert after I copied and pasted it from Word, but it's in. There's not much I can do about it. Grr. So anyway, it is what it is. I am gonna make some pretzel pencils now. So I've got to pull out some dye and white chocolate, and okay, I've got a little pink, And I need some yellow. I hope I have yellow. Yes, I do. I have yellow.
Mom?
So, yeah.
Guyana just said mommy.
Hi, Guyana. He's so funny. He talks so much anymore. Don't forget, 4 Faygo Sprite 2 liters.
Hi.
Hurry.
Hi, Mom. Huh?
All right, hurry, buddy.
I gotta find Dad's card. There it is. Yeah, got it.
Okay. Anyway, I've got these and I'm gonna make some pretzel pencils, so I'll show you when they're done. All right, there they are, guys. The little pencil pretzels. They're not perfect, but I think they turned out pretty cute. Okay, you guys, it is about, I don't even know what time it is, maybe 2 in the morning. Oh, look at this storm. I can't remember the last time I saw a storm this bad. Look at this. Oh. Man. Look at that storm. Wow. Wowzers. Oh, you guys. It is storming so bad right now. I don't even know what you can see.
I saw that.
I missed it.
It was straight, bro. When I was coming down the hall, it was straight across the house.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
This is the wrong room. Dad wanted this.
Wow. So apparently this storm is supposed to go on for another hour yet.
According to Dad.
Aspen told me, he's like, Mom, it's gonna storm really bad tonight. I wanna sleep downstairs. He was not kidding. Man. What a storm. A lot of times I'll sleep through these storms, but I don't think I could have slept through this one.
No, I came and got her up because the power went out.
Thank you.